Welcome, champions. Today's video is not just any ordinary video. It's something that could truly transform your life. Because today, we are talking about something that can change your career, your income, your self-respect, and your entire life. Think about it for a second. Have you ever noticed that when someone communicates well, when someone speaks with power, clarity, and charm, they get better jobs, they earn higher salaries, they attract better opportunities, they command respect, whether they are in the office, at a party, or in any room they enter. And you know what? Sometimes we meet very ordinary-looking people. They are not movie stars, not billionaires, not famous, just simple people. But when they start speaking, we feel something different. Their words have weight. Their presence feels magnetic. We enjoy talking to them. We feel good around them, and we want to meet them again and again. Why? Because communication is the real superpower. Communication is the real beauty. Now listen carefully. If you want to have a strong personality, a personality that people admire, respect, and remember, you must understand one golden mantra. Speak good. Speak well. Speak clearly. And what does that mean? It means when you open your mouth, your words should have a purpose. They should be arranged beautifully. They should be clear like crystal. You should think before you speak and space out what you want to say. Remember, a clear mind plus clear words equals a powerful personality. In this video, I will give you 10 solid tips that are practical, actionable, and easy to practice. These are not boring theories. These are real techniques that will bring you real results. I can promise you, if you stay with me till the end, and if you practice what I am about to share, your communication skills will change forever. 100% guarantee. And guess what? Watching this video will not only improve your communication skills, but it will also help you improve your English listening and speaking at the same time. So make sure you watch till the end. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more life-changing content like this. Let's begin. Let's transform. Tip 1. Say without saying. Now, this is very powerful, and very few people know about it. According to psychology, people form their first impression about you in just 7 seconds. Yes, only 7 seconds. Before you even open your mouth properly, people have already decided 70% about you. Whether you are confident, intelligent, likable, trustable, or not. How crazy is that? So what does it mean? It means you are speaking, even when you are not speaking. Your body language, your facial expression, your eye contact, your smile, your posture, your energy. Everything is already communicating a powerful message. Let me give you a powerful real-life example. Imagine 2 candidates are sitting in a job interview waiting room. Both have the same degree, same skills. One candidate is sitting slouched, looking at his phone, bored, tired. Another candidate is sitting straight, shoulders relaxed, a gentle smile on the face, calm and positive energy. Who do you think the interviewer will like more? Even before asking the first question? Of course, the second candidate. Why? Because his nonverbal communication already says, I am confident. I am professional. I respect myself and others. Your body speaks louder than your words. Here's what you should always remember. Walk into a room with confidence, even if you're scared inside. Smile naturally, not fake, but gentle and warm. Keep your back straight. It shows strength. Make eye contact. It shows honesty and connection. Avoid fidgeting or playing with your hands. It shows nervousness. Master this 7-second rule, and you will win half the battle before you even speak. Because people feel your energy first. Then they listen to your words. Tip 2. Storytelling. Now listen carefully. If you want to capture hearts, inspire minds, and stay memorable, you need to master the art of storytelling. Storytelling is the king of communication. Why? Because facts tell, but stories sell. When you tell a story, people listen naturally. People connect emotionally. People remember it for a long time. Example. Imagine you are trying to teach someone the importance of hard work. You could simply say, hard work is important. Boring. Forgettable. Or you could tell them a short story. Let me tell you about a boy named Sam. Sam came from a small village. No electricity, no internet. But every night, he studied under a streetlight because he had a dream to become a doctor. People laughed at him. But 10 years later, Sam saved the life of the same people who once mocked him. Now, which one will touch the heart more? Which one will stay in memory longer? Of course, the story. That's the power of storytelling. In any situation, whether you are giving a speech, in a meeting, teaching something, or just making a point in a conversation, use stories. Use real-life examples. Paint a picture in the listener's mind. Because human brains are wired for stories. Since the ancient times when people sat around campfires and shared wisdom through stories. Remember, make your stories short but emotional. Add a little struggle, a little victory. Make the listener see themselves in the story. If you become a good storyteller, people will love talking to you, listening to you, and learning from you. And not just that, you will become unforgettable. Tip 3. Empathy. If you want to become a master communicator, if you want people to trust you, like you, open up to you, then you must develop one magical quality: empathy. What is empathy? Empathy means feeling what others feel. It's the ability to put yourself in someone else's shoes. It's about listening with your heart, not just with your ears. Why is empathy important for communication? Because when people feel that you truly understand them, they feel safe around you. They trust you. They respect you. They open their heart to you. Without empathy, communication becomes dry, cold, and meaningless. Let's understand with a powerful example. Imagine you are telling your friend about a problem at work. You are stressed. You feel alone. One friend listens and immediately says, "Oh, don't worry. It's nothing. Just forget it." He didn't really listen. He didn't really care. But another friend looks at you carefully, listens patiently, nods gently, and says, "I can see how stressful it must be for you. It's really tough to feel like that at work. You're not alone. And I'm here if you want to talk more. Now tell me, whom would you feel closer to? Whom would you trust more? Whom would you want to keep in your life?" Of course, the second friend, because empathy creates connection. How can you show empathy while communicating? Listen actively. Don't just wait for your turn to speak. Really listen. Acknowledge their feelings. You don't always have to fix their problem. Just show you understand. Use words that show understanding, like, "I can imagine how that feels. It sounds like you're going through a lot. Thank you for sharing that with me." Be present. Put away distractions. Give them your full attention. Here's a real-world bonus. In sales, in leadership, in relationships, the people who succeed the most are not the ones who talk the most, but the ones who listen with empathy. Because when you make someone feel understood, you win their heart forever. Tip 4. The sweetest sound. One of the greatest secrets of powerful communication was beautifully said by Dale Carnegie, the famous author of How to Win Friends and Influence People. He said, "A person's name is, to that person, the sweetest sound in any language." Yes, it's true. When you use someone's name correctly during a conversation, you instantly make them feel special, seen, and important. But why? Because a name is not just a word. It is a person's identity, their childhood memories, their family's voice, their sense of self. When you say someone's name warmly, you are touching their soul, not just their ears. You walk into a busy Starbucks. There's music playing, people chatting, the smell of fresh coffee everywhere. You order your drink, say, "Hi, I'll have a caramel macchiato. Name's Daniel." The cashier smiles, notes it down. 5 minutes later, you're standing near the counter with 10 other people waiting. The barista looks around, holds up the cup, and calls out, "Caramel macchiato for Daniel. Have an awesome day, Daniel," with a bright, energetic voice. At that moment, you feel a little spark. You're not just an order number. You're not just another face. You feel seen. You feel remembered. And guess what? It's such a small thing, just your name. But it makes the experience feel personal, friendly, and positive. You might even smile back and think, "I like coming here. These people are nice." That's the hidden magic. In business meetings, friendships, interviews, when you use someone's name genuinely, they feel important. They feel a connection. And once people feel connected to you, opportunities, trust, and success naturally follow. Important tip: use names naturally, not every 2 sentences. Use it when greeting, while making a point, and when closing a conversation. With warmth, not force. Always remember, in a world where everyone wants attention, simply remembering and using someone's name makes you unforgettable. Tip 5. Emotional intelligence. This tip is life-changing. If you truly master this, you will rise higher in relationships, business, leadership, everywhere. What is emotional intelligence? It is the ability to understand and manage your own emotions, and understand and influence the emotions of others. And what's the most powerful part of emotional intelligence? It's learning to respond, not react. What's the difference? Reacting is automatic, emotional, impulsive. Responding is thoughtful, calm, intelligent. Imagine, you are in a meeting. Someone criticizes your idea publicly. If you react, you get angry. Your face turns red. You say something rude. Now you look bad, emotional, unprofessional. But if you respond, you stay calm. You take a deep breath. You say, "Thank you for your feedback. I'll think more about it, and maybe we can discuss improvements together." Result? You look strong. You look mature. You win respect. You build bridges instead of walls. Let's take a personal example. At home, your partner says something hurtful in an argument. You feel hurt, angry. If you react immediately, you scream, you say hurtful things too. And now the fight becomes worse. But if you take a breath, stay silent for a few seconds, and then say calmly, "I'm feeling hurt right now. Let's talk when we both feel calmer." Now you are protecting your relationship. You are being wise, not weak. How can you build emotional intelligence and learn to respond, not react? Pause before you speak. Always. Even 3 seconds can change everything. Name your emotion. Are you feeling angry, sad, insecure? Label it. Ask yourself, what is the best way to respond that serves the situation? Remember your bigger goal. Winning a moment's argument is useless if you lose a relationship. Leaders, great speakers, excellent communicators, they are all emotionally intelligent. They stay calm under pressure. They choose their words carefully. They stay centered, even when storms are around them. Emotional intelligence equals inner strength plus outer influence. Tip 6. Echoing technique. If you want to become an unforgettable communicator, you must master the art of echoing. What is echoing technique? Echoing means you repeat a small part of what the other person just said in a natural, warm way. Why does this work? Because it shows the other person that you are truly listening. You care about what they are saying. You are inviting them to share more. It makes the speaker feel understood, and it encourages them to open up even deeper. How does it look in real life? Example 1. Your friend says, "I've been feeling very stressed at work lately." You reply by echoing, "Stressed at work?" Notice, you are not giving advice. You are simply reflecting their feeling back. This invites them to continue. "Yeah, my manager keeps giving me impossible deadlines." Now the conversation deepens naturally. Example 2. Your colleague says, "I finally finished the project after 3 months." You echo, 3 months? That sounds like a massive project. Again, the person will feel encouraged to share more. "Yes, it was exhausting, but so worth it. I learned so much." You just made them feel valued and important, all by using the simple magic of echoing. Important. Don't repeat everything. Just a keyword or emotion. Use a warm, curious tone, not mechanical. In negotiations, sales, and conflict resolution, echoing is a hidden superpower. When someone feels you are truly understanding them, they become much more willing to cooperate. Tip 7. Voice modulation. You can have the best words in the world, but if your voice is flat, dull, or robotic, people will lose interest. Your voice is your music. What is voice modulation? Voice modulation means controlling the pitch, high or low, pace, fast or slow, and pauses, silent gaps, while speaking to make your communication alive and magnetic. Let's break it down. Pitch, highs and lows. Pitch is the height of your voice. If you speak always high-pitched, you sound anxious or irritating. If you speak always low-pitched, you sound boring and sleepy. Great communicators vary their pitch naturally. They go higher when they get excited. They go lower when they are serious. Example, telling a success story. Excited tone. And then, we won the competition. Higher pitch. Emotional tone. It wasn't easy. There were nights we almost gave up. Lower pitch. Pace. Speed of speaking. Pace is how fast or slow you speak. If you speak too fast, people feel stressed. If you speak too slow, people feel sleepy. You must change your speed based on your message. Example, fast pace for excitement. The moment we saw the results, we jumped, screamed, hugged. It was unbelievable. Slow pace for serious points. But deep inside, we knew the real work had just begun. Control the speed, control the emotions. Pause, the silent power. A pause is a short moment of silence. Pausing after a key point makes people absorb your words, feel suspense, respect your message. Example, sometime the smallest decisions change your entire life. Those pauses create depth. They pull the audience in. They make your words feel heavier and more powerful. Top TED Talk speakers master voice modulation. They sound like they are singing a story, not reading a boring script. If you master your voice, you master people's hearts. Tip 8. Broken record technique. Have you ever faced someone who won't take no for an answer, tries to argue endlessly, pushes you into uncomfortable situations? In such cases, one of the most powerful communication techniques is the broken record technique. What is it? You calmly repeat your main point again and again without getting emotional until the other person understands you are serious. Just like an old broken record, it keeps repeating the same line. Why is this technique powerful? Because it shows firmness without aggression. It protects your boundaries. It forces the other person to respect your decision. You must repeat calmly, without anger, without sarcasm. Example 1. Someone keeps pushing you to drink alcohol at a party. You don't want to. Them, come on, just one drink. You, calmly, no thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. Them, oh, don't be boring. You, still calm, no thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. Them, just a little. You, still calm, smiling. No thanks, I'm not drinking tonight. After 2 or 3 times, they will give up because you didn't argue, explain, or justify. You stood your ground calmly. Example 2. In business negotiation, the client demands extra services without extra payment. You simply repeat, "We'd love to help, but that would require an additional fee." No arguing, no justifying. Just calm, professional repetition. Don't fight, don't explain too much. Just repeat your boundary calmly. Over time, people respect you even more because you stay professional, stay confident, stay in control. Tip 9. Humor. Humor is not just about telling jokes. It's about bringing lightness, warmth, and human connection into your conversations. Why is humor so powerful? It breaks tension. It makes people feel comfortable. It creates instant bonding. It shows you are approachable, not arrogant. It makes your words stick in their memory longer. If you can make people smile, you can make people trust you. And trust is the foundation of all powerful communication. But humor doesn't mean becoming a clown. It doesn't mean making fun of others. It's about being light, relatable, and sometimes laughing at yourself. Imagine you're in a serious job interview. The interviewer asks, "Tell us about a time you made a mistake." You could answer stiffly and nervously, or you could lightly smile and say, "Only one mistake? Because I have a whole collection." Then you naturally move into your real answer. What happens? The interviewer relaxes. They smile. They remember you. You come across as confident and human. Humor created connection. You're having a tough negotiation. Tension is high. Everyone looks serious. You notice everyone is drinking black coffee. You smile and say, "Looking at all this coffee, I'm guessing we're negotiating caffeine rights today too?" People laugh. Tension melts. The room softens. What happens next? Because people relax, they become more open, less defensive, and more willing to listen. Humor disarmed the tension. You're giving a speech about teamwork. Instead of starting seriously, you say, "They say teamwork makes the dream work. Unless the dream is to take a long nap, in which case, I work better alone." People laugh. They immediately connect to you. Your speech becomes memorable because you weren't just lecturing. You were sharing and relating. How to use humor the right way. Be self-deprecating. Make small jokes about yourself, not others. Be situational. Notice funny things around you. Be natural, not forced. Don't insult anyone. People who laugh with you trust you, and people who trust you follow you. When you use humor smartly, you become unforgettable. Tip 10. Vulnerability. What is vulnerability? Vulnerability means being honest, open, and real about your feelings, experiences, and mistakes, without pretending to be perfect. Many people think vulnerability is weakness, but in reality, it is your greatest strength. When you show your real self, people trust you, connect with you, and respect you even more. Because here's a deep truth. Everyone is fighting a silent battle inside. When they see your honesty, they feel less alone. Vulnerability is the bridge that connects two hearts. Why is vulnerability so powerful? It builds instant trust. When you are open, others feel safe to be open too. It makes you relatable. Nobody is perfect. When you show your struggles, people feel, you are just like me. It shows confidence. Only a strong person can admit their flaws without fear. It creates deep emotional impact. When you share your pain, dreams, or lessons, it touches the listener's heart. When people feel your emotions, they remember you forever. But wait, vulnerability is not oversharing everything about your life, crying in every conversation, talking only about your problems. Vulnerability means sharing the right real story at the right time, in the right way, to create connection, not pity. Imagine this situation. You are giving a motivational talk. You are on stage. The audience expects you to be perfect. You could stand tall and say, I have always been successful. Life is amazing. And people would admire you for 5 minutes, but they won't connect deeply. Or you could begin like this. 5 years ago, I was completely broken. I had just lost my job. My bank account was empty. Every morning, I woke up feeling useless. One day, I sat alone in my tiny kitchen, looking at a packet of instant noodles. And I realized that was all I could afford for dinner. I thought, is this what my life has become? But that night, something inside me decided, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Slowly, step by step, I started rebuilding my life. Today, I stand here not because I never fell, but because I learned how to stand up after falling again and again. What happens after you share this? The audience leans forward. Some have tears in their eyes. Some nod silently, feeling your pain. Some smile, feeling hope inside them. They will never forget you, because they saw themselves in your story. You didn't come across as a superhero. You came across as a warrior. And people admire warriors, not superheroes. Simple step-by-step guide. How to use vulnerability. Smartly, 1. Choose a real moment from your life. Struggle, fear, failure. 2. Be honest, but keep it short and meaningful. 3. Focus on the lesson, not just the pain. 4. Share it naturally, like you're telling a trusted friend. 5. End with hope. Show how you overcame it. Remember, walls keep people out. Vulnerability invites people in. When you dare to be vulnerable, you don't just talk to people's minds. You touch their souls. And touching souls is what makes communication powerful, unforgettable, and viral. Real communication is not mind to mind. It's heart to heart. And only vulnerability can open that door. Communication isn't about impressing others with your words. It's about connecting with them on a deeper level. It's about building trust, understanding, and creating powerful bonds that last. You don't need to be perfect to communicate well. You just need to be authentic, present, and real. So practice these 10 tips every single day, and soon, you'll not only change how you speak, you'll change how people feel when they listen to you. And that, my friend, is true power. Your words will no longer just be words. They will be inspiring, impactful, and memorable. If you apply these tips, I'm confident you'll see the results. in your career, in your relationships, and in your self-confidence. And always remember, communication isn't just about what you say, but how you make others feel when they hear you. So go ahead. Speak with clarity, speak with confidence, and most importantly, speak with your heart. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tips on how to master communication and make every conversation count. Now go out there and speak your